Hey, this is LB the Preacher Boy with another thought. So today we're reading in John chapter 5 about the paralyzed man by the pool of Bethesda. Starting in verse 1. Sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish festivals. Now there is in Jerusalem, near the sheep gate, a pool, which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, and which is surrounded by 5 covered colonnades. Here a great number of disabled people used to lie, the blind, the lame, and the paralyzed. One who was there had been an invalid for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" My first point in this scripture is that Jesus wants to know you, and he cares about you, and he sees you, and he wants you to get better. He cares about your soul. He cares about you. Sir, the invalid replied, I have no one to help me into the pool when the water is stirred. While I'm trying to get in, someone else goes down ahead of me. Then Jesus said, Get up, pick up your mat, and walk. At once the man was cured. He picked up his mat and walked. Jesus will listen to your excuses, but he won't validate them. He hears you, but he kind of ignores your excuses because he knows that he can fix your problems even if you don't believe that he can. Even if you don't see that he can, he actually can. The day on which this took place was a Sabbath, and so the Jewish leaders said to the man who had been healed, It is the Sabbath, the law forbids you to carry your mat. But he replied, The man who made me well said to me, Pick up your mat and walk. So they asked him, Who is this fellow who told you to pick it up and walk? The man who was healed had no idea who it was, for Jesus had slipped away into the crowd that was there. When Jesus comes into your life, you start to not care what other people say. He's told, You're not supposed to be carrying your mat. Today is a Sabbath. But he says, The man who healed me told me to pick up my mat and walk. Like you don't care about what other people say. If God tells you to do something, you're going to do it because you know that he healed you and that's all that matters. That he saved you and that's all that matters. Later, Jesus found him at the temple and said to him, See, you are well again. Stop sinning or something worse may happen to you. The man went away and told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who had made him well. Jesus cares about our physical needs, but he cares even more about our spiritual needs. Our spiritual need to be free from sin. So he's saying, you may be able to walk, but I want you to stop sinning because you're free from that too. I made you free from both of them. So you can stop sinning and stop sinning. If you haven't already, go smash that like button, hit subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new content. This has been LB the Preacher Boy with thoughts from the Bible. God bless y'all. See you next time.